Look at that, Colton. Look at that.
Well, I can't see it. Oh my god.
Oh, yeah, it's a little down. Oh, dang it.
Staring at the walls between 9 and 5 to 10, waiting for some beats to come and settle in. What tomorrow brings is less than just this song. Will you see it coming before I'm long gone?
When we're fishing topwater on a fly rod, what we're trying to do is we're trying to keep our rod tip low, and we're trying to usually vary our stripping. It's called stripping, haha. Vary the stripping, whether it's short strokes, whether it's long, whether you pause it, that's all up to you. However, when we're using frogs, I like to use longer strips. When we're using mice, I like to use shorter chugging strips to imitate a swimming mouse. And that's what's really kind of been blowing up today, is the mouse. So we're going to move to a different part of the water. It's a little more productive, and see what we can do.
Close my eyes and see that day once more. Got a feeling inside I can't ignore.
As you notice, it was actually fairly complicated to land the fish in such a small boat with a 9-foot rod. When you're fishing from a boat for bass, you can actually get away with using a smaller, shorter rod. I was using a 5-weight that day because that's all I had. I expected to fish for different fish. So it was actually fairly difficult to throw these big streamers, these big bass bugs, in order to try and, if you have a longer rod, trying to land the fish at the boat can actually do damage to your rod. So that's why you see me try and bring the rod all the way back, keep it as level as possible, allowing that fish to come closer to the boat without putting the bend towards the tip of the rod. My buddy picked the fish up, and he was able to let me grab onto the fish, glorious shot for the camera, and toss it back in. One key and important thing to remember when you're fly fishing for bass, for trout, or whatever, whenever you're using a streamer, or you're using some form of topwater popper or terrestrial, you want to keep your rod tip low when you do your stripping. Now, when you strip in, remember that you're still trying to match the hatch. So if you're trying to replicate a frog, well, you probably want to use more erratic motions, because you might actually end up getting some nice walking motion out of a sneaky Pete or some form of popper. When you're using a mouse like I did, one of the best important things I like to show people whenever I'm using a mouse, my strips are actually fairly regimented and almost like in a chugging, swimming motion. I like to keep a nice constant wake. Alright guys, hopefully you liked the video. If you did, like the video, subscribe to the channel, check out the other videos on the channel or on this playlist. Until next time guys, catch you guys on the flip side, and tight lines.